if you'd compare your growth back then and Chantel today, what would you say in terms of just how fast the world is moving, and whether you think Chantel gets the chance to be a child, you know, just like a normal child, the way we used to, acheze kalungulungu, find the usual thing of a child?
Well, I'd say she tries to balance in terms of when it's time for like rolling the cameras and all that, she knows like, yeah, I have to do this because it's in me. It's not something that I'll force her to do it. So it's just natural. And then when it's time for playing, she also goes with the other kids to play. All right, well, that's interesting. Maish, I don't know whether you would agree with this kind of raising our children. It's a beautiful thing, building the confidence and all that. And I know we also had time to do our poems and all that. But do you suppose that sometimes the pressure is from the parents and the interest of the parents more than it is for Chantel, who perhaps does not even have a TikTok account? She does have one. But it's the mother who sets it up. Our time, it was more of pressure. I remember our time, it could be even to, unaweza fanya shairi, wako unapigwa. So, but today, young people are wako mbele sana. Young people are thinking, young people are exploring more. The knowledge of young people, I remember the other time I was telling some students somewhere that at the age of me, at my age where you are, you have done greater things than me. So by the time they are reaching my age, they'll have done amazing things. So I think this is what we need. I think I wish we can have many parents like Mama Chantel, who can explore, who can realize he is not just wasting time. And also looking different. Despite the fact this child can dance and this, what else? How can you have innovation in that to have even a living out of that? And that living will be now for Chantel and the mother. So economically, they're generating revenue in a way. Revenue out of our talent. Well, that's a beautiful thing. It's a very important thing. And I agree that most of the parents today will tell you that, you know, as a child at the age of Chantel is capable of paying for her school fees. How do you train her to manage, you know, the pressures of life? Because they come along with pressure. I'll tell you my story, that, you know, the imagination of garnering numbers online, the pressure that comes with that is humongous, even for me as a grown-up. Do you think she just leaves it free, or she has a lot of pressure that perhaps is unnecessary for her? I'd say since in the beginning, I think social media, there's still that pressure in terms of like uploading content. Maybe like right now she has become a celeb, so people will be like, she's only uploading one video, she should do more videos. So the expectancy is very high, and the demand also is very, very high. At times she gets brands, which we are grateful for, and she gets to shoot here and there. So we really have to balance her so that she can manage schooling very well, again, because it's very important, and again, social media. Well, you have, but also we need to look about the concept of managing fame. As you have earlier said, that if to us it's becoming hard in managing that, what about Chantel? So there is a concept of a lot of training on how to manage it, so that we don't drive it our way, we drive it in the level they are, slowly by slowly. I remember when we started children's government, through the leadership of Mr. Karoga, Chairman Kepsha, and the fame became, I'm president of the children's government in Kenya. I remember when we took them to Mombasa. So it reached a moment, and I remember the former CS, Kaimenyi, by that time he said, we must try to manage the fame slowly by slowly. Because they're still children. So they need to grow slowly with that talent as they explore. So a lot of mentorship, a lot of teaming up to talented kids need to be there. Us coming as a parent, really to show them, to help them to balance. But what they are good, they shine.
but they also balance their life.
Do you always get such teachings from, say, mommy or at school that, you know, now basically Alana is not your usual kind of kid, and even in school, I'm sure sometimes you walk with that kind of attire once in a while and you feel like you're top of the world. Do they sit you down to tell you that, well, this is for the good of your growth and everything, don't let it get into your mind, don't let it, you know, stop you from reading and all that?
Yeah, even sometimes, like when I actually started like this kind of climate change thing,
yeah,
people started like discouraging me. They were like, you cannot do anything, but I never listened to them. So I like, it always says, power is not given, you take it. So I got the power and I never gave up until here is where I am today.
So how far are you in terms of championing for the climate at the level of the country? And just, do you think this initiative is really bringing a difference? Even as you say, you have nurseries at school and all that. Do people listen to you, and do they, you know, embrace this kind of change, especially your fellow students and, you know, young friends?
Yes, even in school, I have a club called the Climate Change Educational Club, and it teaches kids. And actually, like, kids are always like, "Yay, Alana, there you are!"
Oh, nice.
Yes.
You must feel very proud at that
Yes,
time and
yes.
feeling at the top of the world. Sometimes you want to feel like unawaringia kidogo.
No,
Just tell us the truth. There's nothing wrong with that. It's good to appreciate yourself.
maybe 2%.
2%. It is something. How do you make sure that you remind yourself that, oh, I am just a normal child and therefore I should not feel like I am better than any other child? Because you will agree with me that maybe children in your school and your neighborhood perhaps have a nice, fairly good life. But what about the others who do not have that?
Can you please like repeat the question?
Yeah, I'm saying, how do you make sure that you manage yourself so that this 2% does not overpower you? Because I'm sure you get to meet very many students, very many children from different backgrounds that perhaps might not have the privilege that you have.
I read the Bible, and it always says that you are showing off is okay. It's sometimes for people.
Yeah.
They like showing off, but me, I'm that kind of person who does not like show off.
Okay.
Because like when you show off a lot, people will start thinking that they gossip behind your back.
Yeah.
And like you don't feel good like when someone gossips behind your back.
True. So you're safer if you just behave well.
Yes.
What is the name of your school? We didn't ask you that. You need to give shout out to your friends who are watching.
Sun and Shield School.
Sun and Chill School.
Yes.
All right. So Sun and Chill. All right. It's sun and chilling there.
Linda, let me tell you, I am so proud.
You know?
Because, you see, to manage, and even to quote, say, the Bible about humility.
I know.
Humility. We need to tell our children about humility. We have seen many people, because of talent and fame, they end up very poorly.
Yeah.
And if this is the spirit, this is what we need.
That is basically
The spirit that, you see, even she have quoted 2% as a human.
Yeah.
2% is when
You
she
must
can feel
be
it,
proud, kidogo.
but she still feel, no.
Yeah.
I'm just a servant, it's a talent, and I can do, it's work I'm doing. It's what God have helped me to realize, to see things differently. So other children can follow. She have a club in school. I think even the teacher in charge of that club, we need to salute the teacher. Because this is the mentorship, we need more of them.
Right.
If we generate more of them with those talent and humility, we are going somewhere.
And the kind of support from the parents that this hour of the night, they could bring the kids all the way. Celeb. You know how he says that you're a celeb. Wewe ni ka celeb? Do you feel like a celeb?
Yes.
Oh, nice. What are some of the things that you think you have done that make you a celeb?
Dancing well.
Dancing well, I have seen you doing some bit of beauty pageant, dressing up in a very nice Princess Sophia dress and walking around and feeling nice. Have you ever made money from being a celeb?
No.
Mommy does not give you the money that you people make. Do you even know that there's money that you make out of that?
Yes.
What are some of the endorsements? What are some of the products that you have endorsed? Endorsed is the right word to use. You have tried to push online, maybe sell for people.
Maybe TikTok.
On TikTok.
YouTube.
Yes. You have a lot of numbers, right?
Yes.
When do you dance and when do you study? And when do you sleep and play with your friends? Ebu, tell us that story. Who's your best friend? You have a best friend?
Yes.
What is her name or what is his name?
Yes. Immaculate.
Immaculate. Hata yeye anafanyanga TikTok?
No.
She doesn't do TikTok?
Yes.
So when do you get to do TikTok? And after school or before or when? In the morning, in the evening?
In the morning, I go school.
Oh,
On
nice.
the bike, I can practice.
Nice.
So that at the other day, we can go and shoot.
Oh, nice. So you go to shoot where? Not at home? Not around home?
Just around home.
Oh, just around home.
Yes.
Do you know how many numbers you have on TikTok? What is your TikTok name?
Chantel254.
Ebu, tell them to follow you.
Please, guys, follow me.
On Chantel254. Chantel dances there. If you have nice dresses for kids, you can, use Chantel to advertise them and all that, right? What is the name of your school?
Plainsview Primary School.
Plainsview Primary School. And you're in grade? 1. Oh, you're in grade 1. Oh, that's beautiful. So tomorrow you'll be in school?
Yes.
Did you tell your friends to watch you tonight?
Yes.
Good. All right. Sawa. So, Mama Chantel, here we are. There's a lot of pressure online that sometimes can scare you, and I know we have mentioned it. But as well, just how do you ensure that you manage this such that it will not be more of a negative effect to the growth of Chantel?
My take on that, I'd say I stick to positivity because positive energy keeps you going. If you listen too much to negativity, you can never go a step forward because you'll be like, they'll say this. And there's in online, even Jesus at his time, even the people from their home, they rejected him. So for Chantel, as she came in this space of social media, I have to understand that not everybody will like her or love her. Therefore, there's that room for negativity, but positivity all the way. Like there's no one to bring me down or bring her down. Yeah, she'll just do her thing. Whether you like it or not, she'll still be there.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information overload that would be going her way. She has to understand this kind of music, her favorite music, this kind of dance moves and all that. How is she managing that? Do you suppose that she's really capable even as she continues with her studies?
Well, on that, I'd like to say, because it's inbuilt, it's something inbuilt, something natural, we really don't struggle. Therefore, if it's like a move, she'll just watch with no supervision, nothing, and she'll be like, I've already gotten the moves, and I'm like, Mom, can we go and shoot? And then I'll be like, do for me, I see, and then, of course, there'll still be some bits that she's not so perfect, and I'll try and show her, and then she'll be good and we'll go and record them. Yeah.
So she has immense numbers as of now, and they keep growing by the day.
Sure.
And certainly we appreciate the brands that have been willing to work with her. Let's talk about yes, yeah.
These kids, music inaingia tu.
Oh, I know.
You'll go to a school,
and
you'll wonder, when did they learn this?
True.
And they're studying.
Right.
In fact, the way it's all about interest. And this is what we need to tell all the children and even the parents. Interest. Trying to identify. Because a music, launchua leo, the following day after a week, imejaa kwa mashule.
Even they know the lyrics.
I don't know. It's moving like a wave. So you're like, hey, this style, hey, ujui.
But then that's my worry, the overload of information, all the material that is online, but at the same time, they're books that they're supposed to read and internalize. How do we compact this in these little brains such that, it just works right?
One, we need first to let them, like I love what she have said, yeah? Lani, hebu nionyeshe. That's how she can start now extracting.
Yeah.
Juu ama kuna vile ametoka nje. So that ikiwa ametoka nje, then correct.
Right.
Then yeye kumuonesha ndio afanye.
Okay.
So inatoka from her, inside the heart. So mom, I've done this and this and this and this and this. I'm very sure kuna pahali uliona uko na hiyo dance hapana.
Yeah.
No. Change this.
Yeah.
True.
Change this. Or maybe a certain music, but you realize, no. This music, yes, she can dance, but it have no value. Some values are not.
Yeah.
So as a mother now, you start now mentoring there. You start now aligning somebody, aligning the child slowly by slowly. So that's the only thing we can do. Try to be in their space, slowly by slowly,
and
to see what they have extra. Because even if I remain with them at home, with my child at home, they are going to school. We have another child from another family, another one from another family. So what they are getting, if you're not keen on your child, then will be absorbed even with all sort of, watakuwa so much in their mind. So we must keep an eye on them.
All right.
And move on.
Just how much support do you get from home? Say from mommy, and I know she's brought you here tonight, and she actually, we were in constant communication with mommy just to make sure that you get this platform, which I think is a beautiful and incredible thing. Just how much support do they give to you, especially with your books and your environmental activities?
My mom supports me the most.
Oh.
Yes. She has always supported me since I started it. And she always tells me that I have to always balance my time because right now I'm in a boarding school.
Okay.
And sometimes I sacrifice myself to go for climate sessions and what I'm missing in school, the learning areas.
Wait a minute. Now I understand why mommy was telling me. She's actually going to be around for... Is there a session of climate that is coming on board, yeah? Yes. In relation to that. So I was wondering, coming from where? Now I understand that you're in boarding school.
Yes.
All right, and so sometimes you are away from school.
Yes.
Catching up with this session. Don't you think this disadvantages you?
Yeah, and the school is also in Nakuru, so it's a far distance, yes.
So you somehow have to come back home if it's happening in Nairobi, attend the sessions maybe a day or two, and then go back.
Yes.
How do you catch up?
I always go to the teachers for personal revision, and sometimes I always ask them if they can at least give me some questions. How do I say it? I challenge myself.
Okay.
Yes, I challenge myself. Yes.
Is it not too much for you? You have to read so much. This you have garnered so much knowledge on the question of climate and all that. That is through environmental studies, or it's just going that extra mile?
Extra mile.
Extra mile.
Yes.
Is it not too much for you? How then do you manage to read all this information and at the same time you really have to read so much about school? Does it not get you confused therein?
No. It's because when I'm in school, I always have a timetable for myself.
Okay.
So this time I study, when I'm done with my homework and all those stuff, I can read about climate change for the free time that I have.
When do you get time to play? Do you ever play? Or maybe children of nowadays, do they play at all, or it's just the phone and that's it?
It's worrying. It's very worrying.
It's worrying, yeah?
It's worrying. They're called iPad children.
Yeah.
It's very worrying.
Do you play at all?
Yes, I play in school.
What games? What about when you're at home?
When I'm at home.
Yeah.
Yes, I play too.
As well?
Yes.
I'm imagining what kind of games. The iPad games or what?
My game? Golf.
Oi.
I find
Allow
it
me
very
to say
peaceful.
oi because now, yes?
I find it very peaceful.
It is indeed a peaceful game.
Yes.
So you understand, you play golf as well, Mike.
Yes.
So you want to ask the levels and all those things. Please do not take us there.
Which game in school?
Oh, which game in school?
Yes, golf too. The same.
Too.
Oh.
Yes.
That's good. That's good.
Interesting, eh?
That's good. They're very interesting.
Does she get time to play at home? Amecheza tu kawaida the typical day, or is now TikTok and kids are around her watching how she's dancing?
Yeah, of course she gets time to play because she's still a kid and I have to understand that. So I have to create her time for playing, which like on weekdays, Monday to Friday, we don't shoot anything unless it's urgent. So she gets to play all the time. And Saturdays, maybe it's the time she's a little bit caught up. So she'll shoot maybe on Saturday and maybe Sunday at times. So the whole day, the whole week, she gets to play and enjoy as much as possible. Yeah.
What do your friends tell you when they see you on TikTok, videos? Hey, they tell you, I saw you, and they want to dance like you.
Yes.
How do you feel when they tell you that?
I feel good.
You feel really good.
Yes.
And do you teach your friends how to dance sometimes?
Yes.
Do you dance at school?
Yes.
What kind of music, what songs and all that? Are you in any club?
No.
Yeah?
Can you repeat?
Yeah, do you have a club, maybe music club at school? Or maybe you're still at grade 1, Bado, they've not
Bado,
done a lot of,
yeah.
of that, yeah?
True.
So I understand, but definitely your friends must be thinking, hey, this one is a celeb. What did the teachers say? That they saw you, or teachers don't watch TikTok?
Only on my PP2. My teacher,
Your teacher told you?
she saw me on I dance.
And then she came to class and said, hey, Chantal, I saw you, nilikuona ukidance, ndio?
Yes.
And then you felt really good.
Yes.
Ah, that's nice. That really is good.
Actually, she didn't believe she was the one. So she confirmed. She told her, she put music and she was like, come and dance for us.
Nice.
And then she did great and the teacher was so happy. Yeah.
I mean, you people need to follow her and check out what she does. What are some of the activities that you do online yourself? Do you have a YouTube page? Do you have a page online that gets this conversation moving beyond your friends, beyond school, beyond home?
I have a Twitter page. I have an Instagram page.
What goes on in there?
I actually send, like, sometimes I send Bible verses because they help.
When do you get
You have
to
a
this?
phone.
When
You
in
have a
school?
Huh?
When in school? No.
I'm in a Christian school.
Okay.
Yes, so like, let's say like this week they put a title like, this week leadership, next week humility, the next week, so they put verses every week.
So when do you get to post? When you are home for holidays, or?
Sometimes my mom comes to school
And then you have to borrow the phone very fast.
Yes.
My
You have
judge
a
is
phone
asking
yourself?
whether you have a
No.
phone. You don't have a phone?
Yes, it's because I don't want to be much on technology.
So how, okay, interesting. So you
So
always
that's
use
why
mommy's phone, yeah?
No,
How do you how do you post to your pages?
like my mom manages.
Oh, she
mine.
manages
yeah,
that,
she
yeah?
manages mine. I have a laptop, but I barely use it.
Oh,
Yes.
Let me tell you, that's very important.
Yes.
No matter the technology, today iPads kids, they become so violent, disorder, because it's all about, parents is all about, mtoto unanyamaza, shika simu. Everything is about that. So there is no creativity like this one.
Yeah.
There is no innovation of dancing, because it's all about the phone. It's all about, we need the kids, wacha wacheze. If you let the kids, they will explore their talent. They will explore what is good in them. I'm so proud. If you don't have, you which grade?
7.
Aye, that's amazing.
you know,
That's amazing.
7 without a phone. That's
Because
beautiful.
if another person, angekuwa na iPad, everything, you see.
Yeah.
But on the process, you also, as a child, you might find yourself interested in other lines. But if it is managed by the parent, then that's the way to go.
I am curious.
That's the way to go.
That's
Because
a beautiful
the parents
thing. Yeah.
help to manage, slowly by slowly. Even you, help the child to manage slowly by slowly.
Yeah.
Because there must be some limit.
Does she
Must
have
be.
a phone?
No,
not just
she
yet.
doesn't.
So pole pole tu, akifika pahali, so that when you reach a certain age based on you and your parents, then you can get the phone. You will be responsible of that. But when you find a grade 7,
Yeah.
grade 5, they have phone, they have iPads, they have everything. Kunyamazisha hawa watoto is all about
The phone.
phone and everything.
Yeah.
So what type of kids are we forming?
Okay.
I saw a clip that was moving around. about disobedient children and the iPad kids. And it's so disappointing, very disappointing.
Wow.
And parents, I think, Linda, you need to bring session of parents.
Yeah.
Because we need to look at things differently. Watoto wasikue bother kwetu. Because kuwapatia phone ni bother, wewe kaa hapo, I do my things.
Yeah.
I think we need to take. If not like that, we are going to pay the price. One day as a parent, I'm going to pay the price.
Okay.
When it reaches a certain level and this child is uncontrollable.
Okay.
This child is another world that to bring that child back is too late.
And Koi is here. How active are you in the life of Chantal in terms of, just getting to speak to her? And sometimes we tend to assume that maybe ako 6 bado not so ripe to listen to some of these things. But you're told that you need to nurture them at that early stage because it gets to a stage where they probably cannot adjust. They cannot take up some things that you might want them to know and understand. How active are you in her life?
Very, very active.
Yeah.
Because she's a girl. So she's vulnerable to the community and all. So it's me as the mother to mentor her in terms of like nurturing her up well, because I'd never want the community to be like to say like atafunzwa na. I'd never loved that term on her. So I really do mentor her. Plus in social media, there's a lot again of negativity. Therefore, I have to tell her, keep doing your thing. Don't listen to negative energy. So in her life, I really have to be there over even 101%.
Nice.
To ensure that she has good morals. She doesn't have bad negativity.
Yeah.
And again, I still push her to do her thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Just how active is mommy? Most of the times do you have chit-chats, girl talk with mommy, sometimes go out together to catch up on different things and just find out whether you're okay mentally, you're happy and all that?
The question?
Do you have a moment, you and mommy moments where you just talk about how you are faring on, in terms of just getting to understand your progress and whether you're happy at school, whether there's some things that you'd want for them to address?
Yes, because I'm in boarding school, sometimes I cannot be at home. So we can call each other and I can talk to her and then I tell her about this and that, blah, 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 and all that.
So you always have to walk around with her, maybe when you're going for these environmental sessions?
Yes.
She must be around.
Yes.
What about her businesses? They stand still for you, right? Isn't that lovely?
My dad stands for it.
Oh, good.
Yes.
The element of parenthood and the element of that combination, or, combined forces, much as we come to a close, because sometimes you'll find that, dad knows that mom is in charge and therefore at a later pesa and the business is done. Just what is the importance as we speak to the parents this evening in terms of making sure that we all have combined forces?
Linda is a wake-up call. And especially to men, me being one of them. If you listen to these beautiful kids, mommy, 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 since we started.
Yeah.
It's a wake-up call to men that we should be part of the game. It's a wake-up call for collective measure for both parents. And if my mom does not, dad is not there, it's a wake-up call if I'm an uncle to a certain child of my sister, of my another sister. So I think we need to come so that we can save the generation. So parents, let's do our best. We do our best as parents. Please be keen on observation skills to our kids. And especially when it comes to social media and everything, be keen on what they're watching, what they're listening, what the media is giving us. Be keen. Because on the internet, we have everything there.
Yeah.
For men, let's wake up. I'll tell men in this country, let's wake up. Let's be part of the game.
Yeah.
In bringing these kids on their talent and everything. Let the kid one day, they will be saying, my dad does, my dad. It will be my joy as a boy-child campaigner in this country.
That is incredible.
Time I've reached.
And as we come to a close, it's very important that you speak to the people who are watching you tonight. And I know yours is going to be a conversation or perhaps parting shots in relation to conservation of the environment, the people that you've met, just how committed are we to make sure that the environment is preserved?
Like I just said, even as children, we can make a difference. Let no one discourage you. Just achieve that goal that you want. Yes.
Focus on that.
Yes, focus on your target.
Nice.
Yes.
Thank you so much as well. Mom, as we come to a close, in terms of just raising our kids and being involved in their lives and nurturing their talent, because it's one thing to know that your child knows how to dance. It's another for you to support them, to take them to the next level.
Yeah, for me, I'd love to tell all parents watching that nowadays talent, they're the one that sometimes are breadwinners as a talent. So like, don't take it for granted. If you see your child, like she's a dancer, nowadays they do conduct like dancing classes. You can enroll your child there and she'll get more skills. And also if maybe you see he or she has an interest in football, we really nowadays we have coaches around like at home near, so you can enroll him or her there and she'll get more skills. So don't take talent for granted. It pays nowadays, and it's good when someone does something that he or she loves. Like you don't have to put force, it just comes out naturally. Yeah,
that's true. Beautiful. You are the counselor here, and therefore, or the mentor here. Once again, I know you've spoken to the fathers and perhaps the male in the lives of these children. But what would be your parting shot in relation to parenting, even as we close?
What I'll tell the whole country, that parenting is not a choice. We have no choice. We must be part of the story. So let's join this by being part of the story, because we are the people who accepted to bring these kids. So let's work with them, let's journey with them, let's listen to them. And also I want to give a lot of thanks to the Ministry of Education and the whole country and the leadership, because of the CBC. To me, CBC, it's helping us a lot. It's making us to wake up, to look at things differently, and to know that we must be part of the game, parenting.
Beautiful. Much CEO, Professional Mentors of Africa, as well as, they said Koi, isn't you? Mama Chantal, thank you so much as well for creating time to be here. And as well with Chantal, I can see that her eyes are getting red. She must be feeling sleepy by now. Chantal Njokia, TikTok and a kid influencer. Once again, tell them to follow you on, what is your name on TikTok again?
Chantel254.
Chantel254. Please follow Chantel. I mean, let's support her. Let's give her the push to go on and do what she does best. Once again, your handles? Because you need the numbers online.
Yes.
Tell them to follow you.
Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram.
Your names?
Alana Chelangat.
Alana Chelangat across, yeah? All right, let's support these kids. I mean, it goes beyond their home. I mean, if you are not going to watch Chantal, it's pointless for her mom